how the rich continue to win. I had a conversation today with multiple clients, but two in particular that had me take a step back and say, this is why the rich always stays ahead. This is why the wealthy continue to do better than everybody else, and why the affluent continues to distance themselves from a wealth standpoint. Two conversations in particular. One with a client that's very well off, 0.5 of 1%, I guess, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars of assets, man. So had a conversation about times like this. And also another client that has money, right? Nice portfolio. But the pain, the suffering, the fear, the emotions around what's going on is crippling their decision making. So we're going to talk about how the rich continue to win and the three things that you need to do to make sure that you are the person who's affluent, the rich, the wealthy, and doing those characteristic traits that's going to allow you in this time of uncertainty, of fear of what's going on next, is going to allow you to get to the bag, not be like the other person, to make sure emotions get the best of you and will knock you from getting to where you want to be financially. Before we get started, as always though, like, subscribe, share to our channel. In real life, I'm a certified financial planner. We managed over $250 million in assets, but on these social media airways, I'm giving information. Now, past performance does not guarantee future results, but prayerfully this information will help you grow. Lego!
And you just wanna get paid. Tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Yeah, pay for profits to help you seek change. And you just wanna get paid. Yeah, tired of making the money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Pay for profits to help you seek change. Yeah, cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions.
Well, you see, the first thing that the rich do to continue to win, they don't panic. Don't panic, bro. Don't tase me, bro. And right now with the tariffs, the media, Trump trade, Trump derangement, Trump, yeah, Trump's being Trump. Little poo-poo for my book. For others, they like it. For others, they hate it. It doesn't matter where you stand when it comes to Trump. What matters is your money, your moolah, baby. And by you panicking, you can hurt yourself financially. And you know, we have history. And it's a funny thing that history repeats itself. But historically, we can go back in time. Leaders, smart individuals, people who ruled countries, nations, they panicked and those bad decisions cost them. And when it comes to individuals who ruled countries, nations, it doesn't go any further than Adolf Hitler. Now, we are so happy that Hitler's bye-bye, that he offed himself because he was horrible, but they had it rolling in Nazi Germany to the fact that they had so much fear from the other countries that they literally walked in the country, invaded the country, sometimes didn't have to fire no gunshots. But he thought that the heat was on, and he panicked, very, very famously panicked by going to invade Russia. And see, this panic filled him so much to make a decision that ultimately changed the course of the war in history as we know it. So he was warned and recommended not to go towards Kyiv, which is now the Ukraine. See, his generals recommended that he go straight toward Moscow. See, the Germans, they was making a rapid advance into the Soviet Union. But Hitler, he caught wind that it was a large counter-offensive being formed in the South by Soviet forces. And instead of sticking to the plan that his generals had, he said, you know what? We're going to counterattack. And against the advice of all his generals, he urged a very large part of his military to go straight towards Moscow in hopes to cripple their infrastructure. And he diverted a lot of the soldiers from Kiev to go towards Russia, which was at that time the Soviet Union. And as history shows today, that was a horrible decision, and we're so happy for it. But that panic that he had, even though he had things that worked from a militaristic standpoint, he had generals that had a plan, but he panicked. And that panic cost them the war, cost him his life, and made the world a way better place. And we do not want to panic. So you guys have a plan in place how to buy things at a lower price. Continue the dollar cost average, put money into the market. So why do we panic when something does not go our way? We know that the market doesn't go up every single day. We know historically 8 months the market goes up, 4 months the market goes down. We know historically the market goes down by 5% 3 times a year. We also know historically once every 2 years the market goes down by 10%. So when it's happening, why do we panic and sell things? Why? Because we do not do what the rich, the wealthy, and the elite do. We need to piggyback on their characteristics. They're buying right now. My large client that I talked about, we put a strategic plan to take advantage if the market continues to go down. And we also identified stocks if the market goes up, he's going to buy because they're already at a discounted price. This is why the rich win, because they do not panic. Number 2, they remove emotions from their decisions. It's that old song, emotions make you cry sometimes. And right now, we are crying. We saw the State of the Union. The president said some crazy things. A lot of things I didn't agree with. A lot of things that a lot of people didn't agree with. A lot of things that some people would agree with. But our emotions has us handicapped on what is the prize. And the prize is you getting to the bag no matter what the president says. Emotions of tariffs being wrong. It's going to hurt our economy. If it does hurt our economy, shouldn't we be putting ourselves in a position to profit on the market being down? Should we put ourselves in positions to finding opportunities to take advantage of prices going up? We need to take the emotions out of our decisions. The rich, the wealthy, and the elite, it's all about numbers. When Vice President Harris seemed like she was going to be president, the emotions of rich individuals didn't change when it came to money. It may have changed because of political, and you have some rich Democrats and some rich Republicans, but they don't see red. They don't see blue. They don't see left. They don't see right. You know what they see? Green. And you making an emotional decision because of what Trump says, what spectacle he put on Tuesday night, what he has done from an executive order standpoint, getting rid of other things that you may or may not agree with. Those emotions are fogging your decision-making skills. And that's why the rich, the wealthy, and the elite always win. Does it matter what he says? Does it matter what he does when it comes to putting food on your table? When it comes to you being able to retire 3, 4, 5 years early? Does it matter when it comes to you taking an extra vacation a year because you made more money? Because you're able to retire your spouse? You can work less hours in a day. You can finally buy that rental property that you wanted to with the money you're making from your investments. Does it matter what he says? Does it matter what he does? Does it matter what your neighbor, your coworker thinks about him, either positive or negative? No. Get the emotions out of your decisions. It's up to you to profit and prosper, not the president. And number 3, they pounce when blood is in the water. You guys know what happened with Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina was a horrible event that happened now 20 years ago. Horrible event. A lot of people were displaced. And it was a big to-do of after the dust settled. The feds, real estate individuals, the government, environmental companies said, you know what? Move, leave, say bye to New Orleans. It'll never be the same. It was Sodom and Gomorrah. It'll never recover. And people, because of the media, because of fear, because of the unknown, was not rational, and they left. Well, you had other individuals who saw blood in the water, and they pounced on that opportunity to buy real estate in New Orleans at a very, very low price. Now, see, when this happens, it's not like a instant turnaround. A person who bought real estate in New Orleans 20 years ago didn't see a return on their money the next day or the next week. It took about 5 or 6 years for New Orleans just to start building back up. But when it did, those individuals who bought real estate, they are sitting so pretty right now. Over the past 5 years, New Orleans is one of the fastest growing cities in America. Do you think it would have been good to buy property in 2006, 2007, after Hurricane Katrina hit? Would have been better to buy it in 2014, 2015, as you see the city starting to be vibrant again. 20 years later, the people that pounced on an opportunity when the blood is in the streets are the ones that profit from it. And the rich do it the most. It's the old adage. The government will always take advantage of a natural disaster. You don't think right now, because of what happened in Hawaii last year, you don't have a lot of wealthy individuals finding ways to buy Hawaiian property at a very, very low price? You don't think right now, not saying this right, but you don't think right now it's individuals who are in droves going to California, seeing who had fire insurance and who didn't, and finding ways to buy those properties? I will tell you what, in 10 years, it's going to be individuals who wanted to be in the Palisades that could not, that now they have a house, and those houses in 10 years will be worth about 3 times as it is today. In Hawaii, you can only imagine the value of homes in 5 and 10 years and how much they bought them today. In Dominican Republic, as we speak, what's going on? You have individuals going there because of the unrest and finding ways when things get situated to buy oceanfront property in general at a very, very low price, turn those into Airbnbs, duplexes, resorts, and have generational wealth for the rest of their life. That is how the rich, the wealthy, and the elite pounce when blood is in the water. And talking to my client today, now he didn't do this, but he did find opportunities when natural disasters hit from hurricanes in southern Florida 10 years ago. And his rental properties is giving him so much money and has grown so much in value, he was able to turn that into paying a pretty penny for a fledgling business. And with all that extra money, growing that business to a very successful business today. Now, you don't have to be in business. You can be a regular person. An opportunity, not having your emotions drive a decision, and pouncing on the opportunity like today when stocks are down. Tesla is down by almost 50%. Not an endorsement on Elon Musk, but let's be real. As of right now, Elon Musk is Donald Trump's best friend. He might not be in 4 years, but right now he is. Do you think Elon Musk and Donald Trump's going to allow his stock to continue to go down? Microsoft, trending down. Apple, trending down. Nvidia, the stock of the decade, being down by 30%. You think gamers are going to stop gaming stop being on Twitch. YouTubers will stop being on YouTube because of a tariff. AMD being down by 56%, the third largest chip maker in the US. You think that they're going to stop production because their stock is down? Of course not. So you need to do what the rich do, and you need to learn the strategies that the rich do to win, which are they don't panic, they remove emotions from their decision, and they pounce when blood is in the water. Two things you can do: roll with it or get rolled over. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing for my clients. Do your research and do what the rich are doing to win. Those 3 steps will take your finances a very long way. Like, subscribe, share to our channel. We'd love to continue to give you more information, and do your research. Let's make some painful or painless profits together, y'all. Peace.